You're not going to believe this. I'm just going to present the facts, figures, numbers, logic, and I'll let you decide.
I ain't gonna give in now. I just gotta live this now. I ain't gonna be when I'ma kill this stuff real quick. I'ma go take it to town, cause I gotta be that king in the ring when I'm knocking them out when I'm back with the whip. Cause I am just up on the journey. You just know that I'm just going insane.
Warriors, rise. You're not going to believe this. I'm going to break it down. Now, before we start, I want to make it very, very clear. If you know me or you're part of our 3T Warrior Academy, one of the fastest growing communities in the world, one of the most loving, high frequency communities in the world, we have all walks of life: Catholic, Jehovah's Witness, Church of Latter-day Saints, non-denominational Christians. We accept everybody as they are. We're all just becoming better versions of ourselves within our communities. So as I go through these facts, figures, numbers, logics, things that are being presented to us, this has nothing to do with going against a religion or anything like that. This is just me delivering information to you at the highest level frequency of love. That's it. But I think we can all agree, if you're watching, that there's something weird going on within our society. Again, this is nothing new under the sun, right? There's been many things that have been put into the Bible, taken out of the Bible, recreated, different religions, and everybody is allowed their perspective. That's why when people hate on me, I just say, I love you. So I'm going to present you some stuff that's happening within our economic system that is attached to maybe some religious, like the Catholicism, right? Or the Pope. So this is not about religion. This is about high profile, powerful people with lots of money moving agendas forward. So I'm just going to present the information to you and allow you to make a decision. Now, this is how we make our financial decisions and our investment decisions. We look at the facts, figures, numbers, logic, and where they're moving us to. And some people say, oh, if you invest in this, it's the mark of the beast. Well, you open your iPhone with your face ID. A lot of you have Apple Watches. I mean, we could go on and back and forth and argue. But the fact is, warriors, we are all creators. We're all part of this ecosystem. We should all be working the hardest we can to bring the money back to our family so you can make great decisions. So let's just dive into this information, okay? So from the Wall Street to Vatican. So I'm going to start back in 2018. I'm going to take you 2018, 2019, and 2022, where we are currently at. Let me move my microphone a little bit closer, okay? Now, again, this is not against anything. I'm for everything, say. From the Wall Street to the Vatican, the Pope's chat with Larry Fink. So we know who the Pope is, and Larry Fink is the CEO of BlackRock, one of the largest asset managers in the world. Now, remember, BlackRock was tapped by the Federal Reserve to balance out the markets in 2007 and again in 2020. So considering the countless conflicts we've had raged across the world, conflicts that have raged across the world, and the continued threat of climate change, keyword climate change, it is well past time to hold institutions accountable for profiting on the backs of global destruction. So this is the narrative, okay? With summer temperatures on the rise, the Pope's June 9th meeting with Larry Fink, CEO of the investment firm BlackRock, and other executives on the issue of climate change couldn't be more timely. Back in 2015, the Pope issued a climate change narrative, basically highlighting the unchecked consumption of greed caused by massive devastation of our planet. The Pope has repeatedly brought climate change to the forefront of an international discussion, including connecting the issues of worldwide hunger and war and climate change. So if we take the positive side of this and just take a neutral side of this, is basically the Pope is working back in 2015 and 2018 to work with Larry Fink, the head of the largest asset manager in the world. So we're taking spiritual, political, and money all together, but the agenda is to move zero carbon forward. So I think that's very clear. You're taking the most powerful CEO in the world and one of the most powerful, influential leaders in the world, and bringing them together to move an agenda forward. I think we can all agree on that, okay? So that was 2018. Well, in 2019, August 22nd, so Larry Fink is meeting with Pope in 2018. Larry Fink is appointed to the board of trustees for the World Economic Forum. Larry D. Fink and Fik Simbosta joined the World Economic Forum Board of Trustees. The Board of Trustees serves as the guardian of the World Economic Forum's mission and values. If you dive into the mission and values of the World Economic Forum, so 2018, Pope meets with Larry Fink and other big time financial people to move climate change forward, to fix what's going on, supposedly. Okay. Then Larry Fink is appointed to the board of trustees in 2019. And I need you to listen to verbiage. Okay. You need to look at the verbiage across the similarities of the words that they're using. Okay. So this is on the World Economic Forum's website, Climate Change Action Platform, accelerating climate ambition, action, and mobilization. Our work, the Net Zero Challenge, requires urgent public and private cooperation on a global scale. The World Economic Forum's Climate Action Platform is helping businesses, governments, and NGOs accelerate and scale ambition, partnerships needed to drive sustainable inclusion future. So Larry Fink and the Pope are hanging out talking about climate change. Larry Fink is appointed to the board of trustees of the World Economic Forum, and this is their mission, is to move zero carbon. Keyword right here is ambition. If you go over to Larry Fink, the CEO, and if we look at BlackRock on their website, from ambition to action, the path to net zero, accelerating climate ambition, action, and mobilization. Larry Fink's website, from ambition to action, the path to net zero. We're asking bigger questions to spark new ideas and innovation together on the road to net zero. We're committed to an inclusive, equitable, and prosperous transition for all. The action we are taking, we believe that the transition to net zero world is shared responsibly of every citizen, corporation, government. Learn about the steps we're taking to mitigate the risk of climate change and help the world transition to net zero. So you got two of the most powerful, influential people in the world moving us to net zero. Okay. Aladdin. Okay. Aladdin is based on or building a climate change trading system, right? They're moving companies. Okay. You got the Pope going to people and saying, hey, listen, you're moving to zero carbon. You got Larry Fink, who is the most powerful financial person in the world, in my opinion. And he literally has a lot of your 401ks and your pensions. And they got Aladdin, which is now connected to Coinbase and is basically a central understanding, ultimately action upon the effects of climate change on investment is needed to quantify the financial impact of climate risk. Okay. They're telling you where we're going. Coinbase, selected by BlackRock to provide Aladdin clients access to crypto trading and custody via Coinbase Prime. So you have Pope, Larry Fink connected. Larry Fink becomes the board of trustees to move the World Economic Forum mission forward. Climate action on the World Economic Forum, ambitious action on their website, from ambition to action. Aladdin has a climate change platform connected to Coinbase now. And then we'll dive a little bit deeper. Okay. Again, these are just facts, figures, numbers, logic. I love Ripple, the company. I got to meet their team members last week. Amazing company. Just follow the information. So Ripple leads sustainability agenda to achieve carbon neutral by 2030. Ripple, a leading provider of enterprise blockchain solutions for payments, is committed to carbon net zero by 2030. Okay. Ripple appoints former Treasury of the United States, Rosie Rios, to the board of directors, and Christine Campbell, the CFO. So we know Rosie Rios is responsible for bringing in a new currency. She also was the last person to sign a paper $100 bill. Rosie Rios is a former treasurer of the United States, highly connected. Okay. So Ripple leads sustainability. Pope is saying we're moving into sustainability. World Economic Forum is sustainability. BlackRock sustainability. Aladdin sustainability, connected to Coinbase. Ripple's leading the sustainability agenda to 2030. Rosie Rios connects. Now let's move into that's 2021. Okay. Now we're going to move into current. So Rosie Rios put this out on her Twitter. Whoa, that popped right here. And, you know, she got some unfavorable comments. You can read through it. I'm just giving you facts, figures, numbers, logic. On September 7th, 2022, just returned from a once-in-a-lifetime 2-day experience with the Holy Father, Pope Francis, as part of the Vita Summit at the Vatican. We were focused on elevating global spirituality through our respective platforms. Our world has never needed this more than now. So there's an agenda being moved forward. May it be spirituality, may it be connection to God, may it be climate change, may it be evil, may it be light, but there's something happening. I think we can all agree. So let's go a little bit deeper. So Pope Francis urges the world's leaders to act on extreme weather. Okay. This was on July 21st. The Pope says leaders need to heed the Earth's crisis. So they're telling you, hey, we need to act now. We need to act now. He was telling us back in 2018, World Economic Forum moving us to zero carbon. But what happens when extreme weather comes in and we have an agenda coming in with it? I was just driving up to Washington. There was wildfires everywhere from Nevada to Washington. California is having extreme weathers. This is not conspiracy. This is stuff that's happening right now. Okay. Pope Francis instructs the Vatican entities to move all funds to the Vatican by September 30th. Okay. 2018, they tell us what's going on. 2019, they put the most powerful financial institutions in the world that's tapped by the Federal Reserve to be the board of trustees for the World Economic Forum. Ambition, Aladdin, Coinbase, Ripple leads sustainability. Ripple appoints Rosie Rios. Rosie Rios hanging out with the Vatican and the Pope. The Pope says we need to activate now on extreme weather. Pope Francis instructs Vatican to move all the money into the Vatican by September 30th. And from wildfires to tropical storm rains, part of the West Coast continues to face extreme weather conditions this weekend. Okay. So what does all this mean? Why am I even presenting? This is just information. This is all it does. This is what I do all day. I just connect dots looking backwards. I connect dots looking forward. I think we can all agree, and you hear a lot of people saying they feel something coming. Absolutely, there's a massive change coming. The Shemitah, it may be September 26th or 27th. Waters Above and I are doing, I'm bringing him on. I love Waters Above. We're bringing him onto the channel to talk about the Shemitah on the Shemitah. Shemitah ends on September 26th or 27th, okay? The Vatican is moving all the money into the Vatican. And remember, the Vatican is, I'm diving into this, is a very powerful financial entity. They are sovereign. Okay? There's something going on. I think we can all agree. You are moving to zero carbon, net neutral by 2030. By 2030, you will own nothing and be happy. They are now talking heavily about UBI, universal basic income. Here's what I think is going to happen. This is just my thoughts, okay? Is that what's going to happen is we're going to have extreme weather, massive climate change narrative, okay? And that's going to knock out power supply. It's going to knock out supply chain, food, water, all kinds of things. And what's going to happen is the narrative is going to be we're going to get leverage towards technology. They're going to wipe out the middle class. The mom and pop businesses are going to get smashed. The working poor is going to move down to the poor. The middle class is going to work down to the working poor, and then we're going to need money. And when you're in desperation, okay, they come saving you with universal basic income. FedNow Services launches in 2023, right on time, when everybody's going to be completely crushed by the stock market collapse, the housing collapse, and the biggest collapse in our financial history. And then they'll bring you UBI, universal basic income, and get you used to living off the government. All the money will now move through FedNow Services. The cryptocurrency exchanges will move through the master accounts at the central bank. And those who invested in these speculative assets, just my opinion, invest in those speculative assets that are the new infrastructure of the financial system will be the new 1%. My opinion, only my opinion, and that's what we are doing. We are investing in these speculative assets that they told us were a fraud, and now they're fully invested in it. When they told you it was a fraud, they were buying Bitcoin and Ethereum. When Jay Clayton threw out the case, if you watched the video yesterday, Jay Clayton threw out the case 7 days earlier. A former SEC, I think it was a former SEC employee or director or whatever, sent them a letter saying you should not do this against Ripple. It doesn't make sense. It's going to damage XRP holders greatly. They still did it. They did it because they were slowing down the cryptocurrency adoption by the general public, and they're going to hold on to this case until they are ready to hit the switch. And they got their bags packed. Okay. So this is what's happening. I'm not afraid to put this stuff on video. This stuff will age very, very well. And if it doesn't, we are going to be way further ahead than a lot of people. So what I would be doing right now, or what I'm doing, is I'm working to create as much cash flow as possible. I mean, cutting out frivolous spending, buying speculative assets. I just want to get this information, you guys. Again, this is not about, I'm not going against any religion or anything. This is just what's happening. This is stuff that's happening. They're presenting. It's hidden in plain sight. They're showing you everything. They're telling you. But we're worried about Kanye West, Kim Kardashian, and Ray J right now. This shit is just crazy. And they know the more they can distract us, the more they can control us. So whoever controls the money, controls the information, controls the people. All I know is I love you guys very, very much. If you want to be part of one of the fastest growing, amazing communities, 130 cryptocurrency courses, 7 connection live calls per week, exercise, nutrition, and my revolutionary 120-day challenge to get your shit together, subconscious mind programming, goal setting, vision board creation, exercise, nutrition. You will never need another membership to any other academy, gym, or anything the rest of your life. 3twarrior.com, www.3twarrioracademy.com, or click the description down below. Warriors, get your shit together. Let's go.